Hello, everybody. We are here with Nanat, the CEO of Lengow, and just tell us a little introduction for our audience about what Lengow does.
Um, Lengo, we are a software as a service solution based in Europe, and we help today more than 4,000 brands in more than 40 countries to achieve increase of objectives and sales all across Europe and worldwide on all kind of marketing channels, which goes from price comparison sites, marketplaces, any kind of display, and of course search. We help them improve the quality of the conversion. We help them to broadcast their product and enable more and more sales in any country where they want to distribute their product. Today we are a single solution which exists in multiple languages, including Chinese, and we really help merchants who want to sell abroad. So really in a context where it's cross-border and outbound cross-border.
Great. Today we're guests of this amazing Lengow Day in Paris. What are the most important takeaways that we can get from today, and what are the biggest trends of 2019 for the e-commerce world in general?
A lot of trends. We had the chance today to have very big players worldwide at our event, because we had a chance to have the leading, as we call in Europe, GAFA, which is Google, Amazon, Facebook, and Alibaba, of course, was here too, and Yandex from Russia. So that means it's truly an international event. It enables us really to see what the key trending topics are for merchants. And I think wherever the country is, there is some key trends. First one is more and more needs to expand internationally. And this is a trending topic in Europe, which is marketplaces, because marketplaces are flourishing everywhere. Not only very big marketplace, generous marketplace, but vertical ones, which fits very well when you're selling something special like fashion or households or anything you may want to sell. There is some vertical marketplace which can achieve very substantial sales for you. The second topic, which is very important because the e-commerce in Europe is populated by a lot of actors who are brick and mortar actors, is the web to store. It's something which is the online to offline O2O, which is really starting heavily in Europe under the impulse of actors like Facebook and Google. And more brands today, more and more retailers are searching to bring in the online audience to physical stores. And a third point, it is not the least one, it's the emerging, which may be new for Europe, but not new for perhaps for Asia, which is about the social media and the role of social media. Not anymore just about like, clicks and so on, but about sales. And the key trending topic today is really about the emergence of Instagram shopping, which is the first trend, and where you can see here on the show floor hundreds of brands in the fashion, beauty industry who are just craving to be more active and more efficient on Instagram, not to show the product, but to sell them directly.
Great, I agree, and that's one of the things that we addressed also on the opening keynote. Just a couple of words on the Chinese market. Like, we see a lot of Chinese merchants and brands that are now approaching the European market. Are you working with them? Are you willing to work with them?
Yes, and we worked with them, and we really focusing into helping them to achieve objective on international base. We have a Chinese dedicated team which try to enable them to be very efficient in Europe, because the key hurdles, I think, for a Chinese merchant going to Europe is about the fact that they're moving from a single country, single language, and very sometimes I would say even single marketplace, because if you like GD and Alibaba, you've done the job, to a market in Europe where you have 20 countries, tens of languages, even tens of currencies, taxes, and the market is very tough for them to achieve. And by the way, they have this vision of a global marketplace which may fit everything. So when they come to Europe, the first thought is, okay, I'm starting to sell on Amazon and I'm starting to sell on eBay, and they start. And after that, they are deceived a little bit because they saw so many promises about Europe and said, oh, the figures are not so. But the key point is You can't act like that in Europe. Europe is an ecosystem which is very widespread. Think about the fact that you can have 2,000 channels in Europe which you should broadcast your product if you want to be efficient. Of course, you have global actors like Amazon, eBay, which made, I would say, the major part of the business. You can achieve 25 to 60% of your sales in a country with these ones. But if you don't go in depth, if you don't go on vertical marketplaces, local actors, you will miss up to 2/3 of the market itself. So that means an effort you really lose, where you lose efficiency. You have done the most of the job, which is translate the catalog, find the logistic, know how to handle the country, and then you're missing. And so Lengow for them is really a true opportunity, because I will just take an example with France. But if a merchant wants to go to France today, and we have plenty today of actors in China who are big resellers who are selling online internationally, they can start very easily with one marketplace. Let's say if they want Amazon France, can be Amazon France, no problem, the big one. But as soon as they have done the job inside our system, they can reuse automatically what they have done to be on Cdiscount, Fnac, Darty, La Redoute, Rakuten, Rue du Commerce. And so they can multiply the distribution by 3, 4 or 5 with an effort which is seamless, which means almost nothing. So the question about Lengow is, we are seen as a technology platform, of course, but we must be seen as a business enabler. We help bring them the expertise which will enable them to sell on places they don't even know about. We will help them to be efficient immediately, and we will help them increase their revenue and their margin immediately without a single effort. And this is the key added value about Lengow. This is why you see all these brands. You have here more than 500 brands, of the biggest brands in Europe, working with our solution. It's because it's, at the end, e-commerce, it's about turnover, revenue, margin. We don't take care about technology. I should not say that, but I think everybody agrees with that. Technology is just a mean, it's not the finality. And this is exactly what Lengow is, because you can find a way to push your product, but pushing your product is not making a job. You make 5% of the job and you're losing 95% of your efforts. So what we want to do is really to help them understand an ecosystem which is complex. Far more complex, by the way, because when I go to China, I'm totally lost. I don't read Chinese. But I can imagine it's almost exactly the same situation when they have to come to France, and then they move to Germany and they see another language, and they go to Italy and they see another language, and they go to UK. Okay, UK is more easy. They go to Spain or Portugal, and they are totally lost. They can't understand what is on screen. Imagine you want to broadcast your catalog on 5, 6, 7 countries. You need to find people who talk tens of languages to be efficient. Or if not, you will try to find out your way to retrieve your orders on the marketplace in Europe. No problem. You take Lengow, we retrieve everything inside our system. You don't care to go anymore on destination websites. You just get all your orders inside our interface in Chinese. You can be very efficient. You gain time. You avoid losing sales, which is key issue, even with Amazon, because you know that on any marketplace, if you lose sales, you're blacklisted. And so one day your account is simply closed or suspended. So it's really about efficiency. It's really easy to use. It's really about revenues. A little bit long, but...
No. I think you touch a lot of key points, and that's exactly what we're experiencing with our clients in China. The need of understanding the Chinese market for us is the same they have when they approach Europe. And so I would say the final thing is probably one of the big takeaways of this is like to go in depth, which is like to go beyond is like the topic of the day. So for this is like to go in depth and explore all the possibility, not just the only one or two big players that everybody already know in China.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Anat. And thank you.
刚才是 Lengow 的首席运营官内纳德，他刚才就是首先介绍了 Lengow 的业务，也就是说，乐售是一家总部位于法国的产品目录优化管理公司，也就是说，我们整合所有的产品目录在一个渠道里，协助全世界的卖家享受全球在制胜多平台做多账号的运营，在管理优化产品目录。第二个，他们讲到了2019年电商领域的趋势。第一个呢是说。 多关于这个国际化，也就是说，无论是欧洲的电商平台，还是全球的电商卖家，都已经不再单纯的追求在单个国家、单个的地区去再进行销售，都不满足，都开始跨越地区的这种界限去进行全球化的销售。这么对于卖家、对于平台呢，都有更多的挑战。第二个呢，就是在讲这个新零售，就是从线上和线下渠道相结合，这个以新零售的理念来更多的给消费者提供更好的购物体验。第三个呢是关于，其实这个话题在亚洲的市场呢已经不再新鲜，但是在欧洲呢也是刚刚非常的兴盛，也就是社交营销，包括网红，包括 KOL 这些社交领域的营销，包括 Instagram 上面已经开始可以有直接购买功能，也就是包括我们现在国内市场比较流行的小红书，是这种购物的模式是非常流行的。第三个问题呢是讲这个中国电商市场的一些中国电商的客户和品牌急需的一些怎么样的一些策略，才能更好的就是销售到全球。其实中国电商市场和欧洲电商市场有很大的区别，也就是说，同样一个欧洲的电商，如果马上去开发一个中国的电商市场，它会有语言啊，还有这些政策的障碍。同样对于对于中国电商中国卖家来讲，也在想入驻欧洲市场乃至全球市场有着同样的问题。也就是说，这种信息不对称是存在的，这就需要呢更好的去拓展眼界，使用更好的工具，像乐售这种工具，也就是帮助我们的卖家能够在统一的一个语言环境里，因为我们的软件是有中文版的，在这样一个环境里呢去操作，然后同时的去扩展。很多的平台同时的去运营，你可以在中文的工作界面里去管理这个西班牙市场的、法国市场的、意大利市场、德国市场的这个产品目录，来简化，来提高我们的工作效率。因为我们是通过技术手段，最后来提高我们产品的曝光率，增加销售额。这也就是说，为我们的全球电商的这个一体化来做出一些贡献。